Hey guys, and welcome to the Captain Fizz and Mask Guy show. Tonight we will be talking to Sean from Wild Prairie Furs.
That's right.
And he's got some big announcements that he wants to share with everyone. So sit back, relax, listen to our tunes, and we'll be back in a moment.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Captain Fizz and Mask Guy show. So, as that Mask Guy already said, we are joined with Sean from Wild Prairie Furs. He was actually on our show last year back in February. I think it was February 16th, so it's been a very long time.
Yes, it has.
Definitely, I think, way too long. So we'll kind of jump right into things. What have you guys actually been up to this last year?
Well, mainly we've just been kind of growing our numbers. We've been finding new people within the city and outside the city, making some new connections with neighboring provinces, getting to know a lot of the furs from Ontario, Saskatchewan, Alberta. When we were last speaking, the numbers in our Facebook group, I think, were in the early 200s. And I looked, and we had just broken 300. That was due to a large jump due to some news we posted recently, and a lot of people have been kind of jumping in to see what's going on, so I can see where a lot of that's coming from. Most of the time, it's really been business as usual, keeping up with trying to do some events, keep things fresh. A lot of them have just been at Wild Prairie Furs HQ, which is the home of myself and Chinona. Usually just like art events, movies. I believe that's an airplane.
Yes. Yeah. We actually moved inside to avoid them, and they followed us.
They followed us. That's all right. Welcome to Winnipeg, people.
Yeah.
All right. So, so it's just movie nights. We did a game night recently, and it was like, friendship ending fun, I think was the name of it. So we had some Mario Kart going on the N64 on the big screen. So that was pretty fun. I don't think any friendships were actually ruined, but it's a good excuse to just get a bunch of us together, have some food, chill out, relax, and just enjoy each other's company. About once a month, that's what we try to do.
That's more than I think most people do.
Yeah, it tends to be, but we do. As soon as we're done, a week later, we're getting messages from, especially some of the younger members. Like when's the next event? What are we doing? And that's great. That just means that we're reaching out to them and they enjoy what we do. So we've been at this for, I don't even know how many, 5 years? Something like that.
That's a long time.
Yeah, and because like 5 years ago, there has been a group here in the city, Winnipeg and Manitoba Furries, for the longest time. I can't even remember how long they've been around. And we're kind of like a subgroup within. We've just formed our own group within the larger group of the fandom. We share members between the two groups. A lot of members that are Wild Prairie Furs are also there and back and forth. Like a lot of the younger ones and even some of the older ones just wanted something different, that they didn't seem to be getting from the other group, which is, understandable. And they wanted something specific, so we gave it to them and, went from there. And right from the get-go, we had been making plans for some big stuff, and I think we've been successful. Well, we talked about the Fur Ball.
Yes.
Last time, right? That was our annual New Year's Eve event. And reasonably successful. We had enough people to, make it fun and pretty much break even. We weren't out to make any money or anything, any money we would have made would have just gone back into the group to fund events and things like that. So, but sadly, we weren't able to do it last year. Just some extenuating circumstances.
It's always unfortunate when that happens.
Yeah.
I've actually been following you, specifically you, on Twitter a lot, just because of the different the different ones that you see. The most entertaining one is the fact that every event this last year or so that I've actually gone to, I have just missed Conrad by like literally maybe half hour at the most, and it's been extremely frustrating.
Conrad is so popular. Unfortunately, I've been really sick a lot of this year so far, so I haven't really had a chance to really show him off or anything, but I still, get tweets and messages, and people are always tagging me and stuff on Facebook, like whenever one of the suits somewhere does something funny and it goes viral, so it's a lot of fun. Conrad, not me. I'm not Conrad.
No,
not at all.
No,
I'm not wearing a shirt that looks almost exactly like Conrad. I actually got a post on Conrad's page that was just so cute. Just this little kid in one of the little costumes, the little one, and he wants to grow up to be just like Conrad. And I gotta say that was just kind of a lump in the throat moment.
That is absolutely adorable.
Yeah,
I don't think you could have any better moment than that.
Well, I went to was it HorrorCon? Was that the last one? HorrorCon?
There was HorrorCon as well as Manitoba Comic Convention.
Oh yeah, the Manitoba Comic.
Manitoba Con.
Yeah, that's the one. I show up there, and of course I'm right in the middle of this illness that I had. I'm just barely walking out, being able to walk out the door. And I walk in, one of the first things people say to me, not hi, not whatever, it's, where's Conrad? So, hey, I guess I just got to get used to it. He's more popular than I am. So.
Well, Conrad is a very popular character.
I think I just found it really interesting is the interaction that you had with Conrad and Borealis this morning on Twitter, talking about coming on the show. That was actually very entertaining.
Yeah, I spend a lot of time talking to myself on social media.
You and me both.
Yeah.
I have no less than 7 Twitter accounts.
Yeah.
And 4 of which are eFed ones, so I do spend a lot of time talking to myself.
Yeah, I'm just, I didn't bring my dog into that one either. He's got a Twitter account too, and he's more active than I am personally, so. Yeah, my fiance's dog and him both have Twitter accounts, and they're both constantly talking to each other.
I can only imagine the conversations that they would have.
It's interesting to say the least. Yeah, that's it.
It was absolutely entertaining. I was actually at work trying to make it look like I was, doing something because we were having a slow moment, and my phone just kept going buzz, 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 buzz continuously. It's like,
yeah, well.
It was quite entertaining, especially when my music was playing and the music would occasionally skip a beat because there was too many buzzes going on.
But sorry to ruin your moment.
That's social media for you.
Uh-huh.
Geez, I knew where we were going on there, but I still have no clue. Do you have any ideas of other conventions you are showing at this year, or any other events you guys are doing?
Well, we try to maintain a really strong presence at a lot of conventions locally. We really, the last one we were at was C4 last year. With myself being so ill, and with Shinona, like she was away for a month, and and ill herself, we really weren't able to plan anything, get ahead of anything. We wanted to be at Manitoba Comic Con and HorrorCon, but we just couldn't get around to it, and we were really too late on the FanQuest, idea to really get into it. So we're looking ahead. Plus, a bunch of some of our members are going to be traveling to Edmonton in June for another furry convention called Prairie.
Another one I've been following on Twitter.
It was my first convention, and I really enjoyed it. So, been going back ever since. Really enjoying it. Have a, just general stuff going on there. You know, I volunteer there a lot. I run karaoke. This year I'm getting married there. We have a good time.
Congratulations.
Oh, thanks. Tried to make it innocuous and slip it in there.
You can't do things like that around here and not be noticed.
You can't really use big words like innocuous around here either, so we're not going to call you out on that.
Yeah.
We have no dictionary or thesaurus to figure out the definition of those terms.
I don't know. We sort of make up our own words as we go along here, so...
That's besides the point. So I think what we'll do quickly is go for our mid-show music break.
Yeah, we'll go for a bit of an early break here.
We'll come back and talk a little bit more with Sean from Wild Prairie Furs. So enjoy our music, and we will be right back. Hey guys, welcome back to the Captain Fizz and Mask Guy show. Yes, I put an accent on your name.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. This is like the first time I've been in studio to do a podcast in
3 weeks. 2 weeks.
3 weeks? Because I did it on the phone last week, the week before. I think I listened in, but it wasn't actually on the show.
Yes, last week we were rudely interrupted by cops.
So it's been... So I think the last time I was actually on an episode was almost a month ago. I think it was 4 weeks ago, because we actually... 1 week we didn't even have an episode.
Yes, actually it has roughly been about that long. That is kind of strange. But it is what it is. And you're better?
I am definitely, I'm starting to feel better, and the simple fact that I'm no longer on antibiotics is helping that quite a bit, because I think the antibiotics were doing far worse damage to me than the pneumonia or whatever I've been fighting was. So
we call it the Winnipeg flu.
Yeah, no arguments there.
Yeah.
So I guess we will continue talking with Sean here.
Of course we're talking to Sean. He's like right here. What else are we going to do? We're going to sit around here twiddling our thumbs or something?
I don't twiddle my thumbs. If I do that, my thumbs fall off.
Well, get one of those spinners.
You mean the things that those young kids do?
Yeah, like young kids. It's everybody now.
Young kids.
It's gone viral. Just
it has.
Spinners. Oh my gosh, it spins.
Yeah. I heard about these over the weekend from our friend's son who's got ADHD, and he really wants one of those things because he thinks it's going to help him, and it might. Super intelligent boy, needs to kind of trying to keep himself calm so he can focus on stuff. So
the worst part about the spinners is I don't have enough patience to do them, so it doesn't help me.
Yeah, I guess that would be a problem.
Definitely. So shall we move forward?
Why don't we go into your big announcement? Because I can't really, think of any more small talk to go along here. So sorry, we're throwing you in the deep end on here now, Sean. So
that's fine. I just handed you one of my cards,
which look beautiful.
Oh, thanks. Those are designed by Chinona. Yes, that's Chinona at W. Anyway, we can plug that later.
Absolutely.
Yeah, she actually created the logo, and the logo is for the Wild Prairie FurCon, Winnipeg's first furry convention. That I think, if you remember from one of our last conversations, that has been a goal of Wild Prairie Furs all along: create and bring a furry convention to Winnipeg, and now it's becoming a reality. We announced it, kind of a soft launch, about a month ago, and had amazing response from the local furries and friends of furries, like everyone who's interested too. Just an amazing outpouring of ideas like, oh my god, finally, to when can I register, and everything like that. So